So, Bastin, would you talk about, like you said, that it started with love for data? How actually had been your career journey? How
Okay.
you transformed it from where you started to what you are.
Most of the time I was playing with the data, and I was reading a book called Collective Intelligence. So this gave an idea that if you really use program on a large set of data, then you can start building interesting insights from it. I'm not telling about machine learning and all these things. You machine learning, deep learning, AI, and all these things we are talking are only 10% of the entire process. There are a lot of other ways you can solve the problem. So the interest started with data initially when I understood that, okay, if you see a rough data set in a spreadsheet, we'll easily get bored. But when you see the data with the purpose, you get answer. If you don't have a purpose, if you don't have the question to ask on the data will not confess with you. But if you ask the right question to the data will confess to you. This was the starting point which triggered me. Then later point of time, one should pick a domain, right? One should be excited. So for example, I cannot directly take any data and analyze the data because I'm not a domain expert. That time I was very interested to understand about the counter-terrorism, to understand like how the data which has been transferred, because that investigative mind everyone will be having in the mind. Everyone will be having one Sherlock Holmes in your mind. That Sherlock Holmes got activated in my mind, which made me to go and scrape different types of data with the programming language which I understood, and started to analyze the data, which gave me more experience than going and learning something from scratch. When I'm actually solving the problem from the real point. Even recently, you can see when the COVID came, the pandemic came, when a lot of people started to analyze the data, they started becoming good data practitioners without anything. When there is a purpose, you start becoming one among them. So this was the starting point for me to become a data-driven professional.
So you are suggesting that actually find out your purpose. Start
Domain.
with why before you even go to the how part
Yes.
of it.
It is not everyone's cup of tea. To be frank, I'm again telling you, data science is not everyone's cup of tea. But I am telling you, data analytical thinking is going to be a part of every single profession in modern day. Just like once upon a time when the literacy, it was not needed for everyone. Today, everyone needs literacy. But those days, the literacy was only with the high priest monks who used to read the holy textbooks, and we used to go and sit and listen to them. Today, this high priest monks are the AI engineers and data scientists.